All right, welcome to the Explainer. Listen, today we're not just studying for the audit exam. We're basically going to hack it. Yeah, I'm going to show you the framework that turns those super dreaded data analytics questions into, well, pretty much guaranteed marks.
Oh, you know that feeling, right? Your heart just drops, you see this huge scenario, tons of data, and then that one tiny sentence hits you. Design an automated tool and technique. And you're like, what? It seriously feels like they want you to build a rocket ship from scratch in like 15 minutes.
Okay, but what if I told you there's a cheat code? A simple, repeatable framework that nails it every single time. This is the structure the markers are literally looking for. It's not about memorizing 100 different things. It's about having one master key that unlocks the whole thing. So yeah, let's dive in.
So here's the game plan. We'll cover the essential tools, I'll reveal that 5-step cheat code, and then we're going to run it through a couple of exam-style drills to make sure it sticks. By the end of this, you'll be all set for your merit mark mission.
Okay, so before we jump into the cheat code itself, we've got to know what's in our toolkit, right? These are the absolute core concepts you need to get.
First up, ATTs, Automated Tools and Techniques. Honestly, just think of these as your superpowers. Instead of just grabbing a tiny random sample of transactions and kind of crossing your fingers, ATTs let you test the whole thing. Yep, 100% of the data. And that, my friends, gives you so much more confidence in your findings.
And these are the different moves you can pull off. You can say stratify the data to focus on the really big, high-risk items. Or you can look for weird trends over time. Hunt for anomalies, like why was a huge payment made on a Sunday? Kind of strange, but probably the most powerful move, especially for fraud, is matching. That's where you compare two different sets of data to find any sketchy overlaps.
Okay, next, and this is a big one. It's totally non-negotiable: data quality. Look, all your fancy analysis is completely worthless if the data you start with is junk. You have to remember the golden rule of data: garbage in, garbage out, always.
And that's exactly why we look at GITCs. That's General IT Controls. Just think of them as the security guards for your client's entire IT system. If their controls are weak, well, that means pretty much anyone could go in and mess with the data without leaving a trace. And if that's the case, you just can't trust anything coming out of that system. Strong GITCs, that means you can actually trust the data.
Okay, we've got our toolkit sorted. Now, for the cheat code itself. This is the secret sauce for structuring that perfect full marks answer. Let's break it down.
This is it, the 5-step data analytics framework. 1. Objective. 2. Data and quality. 3. Procedure design. 4. Interpretation. And 5. Documentation. You use these 5 steps in this exact order every single time. Seriously, burn this into your brain. It's your roadmap to getting full marks.
All right, time to actually put this thing to work. Let's run through our first training scenario. Get ready to use the framework.
So here's the situation. Our client is Pokemart, and the intel suggests that Team Rocket might be siphoning money through fake suppliers to fund their, shenanigans. Our job? Catch them.
Okay, look at the question. The key task word here is design. That's a signal. It means we have to create a super specific practical audit test. So what do? We pull out our 5-step framework.
Step 1, the objective. You can't just say, we're going to look for fraud. No, you have to be specific. We state the risk, which is fictitious payments, and we have to link it directly to a financial statement assertion. In this case, it's occurrence. We're asking, did these payments really happen for a legit business reason?
Step 2, data and quality. So what data do we need? We need the full accounts payable subledger for the whole year. And this is the crucial part. We say how we're going to check if it's any good. A simple reconciliation of the total to the general ledger is a perfect way to show that the data is complete.
Step 3, procedure design. Okay, now we get really specific. We're not just saying we'll analyze data. Nah, we are performing a 100% population match. We're going to compare the vendor bank account details against the employee bank account list. Why? The goal is to see if any of these so-called supplier payments are actually just going straight into an employee's pocket.
Step 4, interpretation. So what happens when we find a match? We're not done yet. What do we do with that information? We have to state our follow-up plan. For every single exception we find, we are going to investigate it by vouching that payment all the way back to the supporting supplier invoices and contracts to see if it's actually real.
And finally, step 5, documentation. We close the loop. We state clearly that our whole process, the logic behind the test, the list of exceptions we found, and the results of our investigation is all going to be documented in the audit file. This creates that crucial audit trail. And boom, that right there is a full, clear, structured, merit-winning answer. Team Rocket, busted.
All right, that was the warm-up lap. Let's level up. This time we're going to tackle a slightly trickier risk, and more importantly, I'm going to show you the common traps that people fall into all the time.
Okay, new case file, Snorlax Snacks Co. Their sales numbers, they're looking a little too good this year. And we've got a massive red flag. The CEO loves to post journal entries on weekends. Right. The risk here is clearly management override, probably to overstate revenue. Now, notice the task where it has changed. It's explained. This means we have to do more than just list the steps. We need to make our reasoning super clear. We're not just designing the test, we're explaining why it's the right move and how to do it the right way.
Okay, so just look at the difference here between a failing answer and a merit level 1. The trap answer is so vague. I will use data analytics to find weird journals. That gets you literally 0 marks. The merit answer, super specific. Analyze 100% of journal entries for posts made on weekends. See the difference? The trap answer also totally forgets what to do with the exceptions. The merit answer has a clear plan. All weekend journals will be vouched to sales orders. But here's the biggest thing. The failing answer doesn't connect the dots. The merit answer explicitly links the test back to the risk of overstated revenue and the occurrence assertion. Specificity is everything.
Okay, let's bring it all home. Let's recap the mission. This is what you absolutely have to remember when you walk into that exam hall. So here it is, the #1 takeaway. Your entire answer is built on one single foundation. Before you write a single word about a procedure, you must explicitly state the specific risk you're targeting and the specific assertion you are testing. Everything else, the data, the procedure, all of it, flows from that one single connection. If you get that right, you are already halfway to a merit level mark. That is your mission. Now go ace that exam.